Hello everyone, back again for some Divinity, Original Sin, and let's get straight into it. Let's continue. I think my mic might be a bit too close, we'll move that back. I want it popping and clicking, move it up a little bit, there we go. Right, where did we leave off? I'm still stuck in this Sicil, still trying to figure out this murder. Got me coffee. My Left 4 Dead mug. We can't see that. Okay then. Okay. Oh. Right, I switched the game off without saving it. That's not a big deal, I suppose, because we're close. Close. But I've got a real habit of not finishing my sentences because I'm thinking about what I'm doing. Actions. Read that again. I think it's just the blacksmith, wasn't it? Yeah, we're close to where I left off, really. There's a lot of running around, speaking to people that didn't need to. Might as well take it. Right, need to get my dude back in. Empty. Action 3. Okay, so that's going to give me crafting recipe. I'm just going to quickly check the options because I want to move those. They're really in the way. Highlights, I don't know what they are, but highlight. Okay, doesn't seem to be an option for it. I'll have to live with it. Ah, we've got to give you a bucket. Belle daughter. Yeah. Bucket crew. Yeah. That's right. That's how we roll. Be the bucket crew. Okay. So all this stuff, I need to really spend some time boring the tears out of anyone watching by constantly fiddling with the stats and stuff, because I've got some stuff in my inventory that I can't actually use because I need to inspect it first, but I don't have the right level to inspect things. I'm not high enough in a particular skill, and I can't remember what it is.
I guess someone else got here first.
Yeah, this is all crafting stuff as well. Okay then. Let's think. We go back to the wizard, maybe even have to travel back to that portal. To the end of space and time. All these been done? Nope. Now they have. Right. So I'm going to travel to the wizard, and we will see if he's got anything else to say. I don't think he will do, because the last time we spoke to him, I don't think we're any further on, really, other than doing the downstairs bit of the dungeon.
Sir, no, sir.
I doubt this dude's going to say anything new.
You again? What about it? Well, have you found any incriminating evidence against her? If so, if you must. Yes, and he also spends most of his time in the guise of a cat, licking.
Whatever then, dude. Not going to help, are you?
Source Hunter, welcome, welcome. By all means. Of course. I hope your investigation fares well. It might be a bit late to inspect the body, in that it has already been buried.
I've done that.
It may be worth your while to speak to the mortician, though. I myself have none. Now, it may well be established that she is, in fact, the guilty party. I'm not claiming that I'm certain she's innocent, but let's just say that if I really thought this murder case would be so very easily resolved,
grab 2 of those.
I wouldn't have sent for source hunters.
And get on our way. This is starting to drag now, because I have no idea. I think losing that speech battle with the mortician has really kind of screwed me. Mysterious murder. It's not really pointing me anywhere, is it? Because and the innkeeper went to see what happened. So I've spoken to the innkeeper. I've spoken to the mortician, although I lost the battle with him. Tried speaking to the wife several times and she never has any new dialogue. So I'm wondering if we have to go to a dungeon or something.
Welcome back to Sarseal Hunter. The Legion greets you. Legionnaire at your service. You don't look like you're quite ready to head out into the undead-infested wilds to me. Also, a party of 1 or 2 runs the risk of being outflanked and outnumbered. Thank you for heeding.
Okay. Telling me that I'm not prepared for it just yet, and I believe them. Heal up our Dead doctor. No. No, get out of this. Right, this dude. He's got anything interesting to say.
You there! Sit! Stay a while! Right in front. I'll excite you. I'll delight you. I'll beguile you. I'll besmile you. I'm Cedric the Sensational, and I'm playing to an empty audience. Don't pity me. No, sir. Just a few years ago, I was the all-singing, all-dancing, all-sensational darling of the town. People came from far and wide just to witness my amazing act. When Reginald came, he brought some fantastic prop with him. Now, have you seen it? A talking head. Now, I never expected a silly gimmick like that to be my main competition.
Come on, keep it. Come on up.
It seems even my usually choosy audience has been taken in by that hack's little gizmo. I'm a man of skill, sleight of hand, feats of wit, and pure entertainment. This curio is ruining what used to be an art. And even when there's no crowd to speak of, old Reggie still has at least one fan calling bravo and hee-haw. Sure as the sun sets,
mate.
that one devotee attracts 5 more, and those 5 more all curious about the commotion. I don't know how he inspires such loyalty with less talent contained between his hat and his boots than I've in my crusty handkerchief.
Right, okay. That doesn't sound like a lead, though, to the murder.
And who are you supposed to be?
No, I don't want to perform a show.
Zombie ate your dog? Orc sunk your ship? No matter! You're at Katerina's Fair, a veritable summer home for troubled minds. Won't you take a seat and let our esteemed entertainers whisk you off to a better place?
No.
5-7. What a tale!
Fantastic!
Ha! Fantastic!
Head.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Oh, excuse me, I'm trying to prepare for the next show. Autographs will have to wait until the end. I doubt I have to tell you that I am the amazing singing Stefan, the only sentient severed head in Sicile. My audience sings my praises from hill and dale. Psst, you're a source hunter, aren't you? Oh, bless the 7. Look, you've got to help me. I've been kidnapped. Pleasure to meet you. Now, please, Stefan has many fans to meet today. Psst, help me. Take me to Reginald's cellar. There I will reveal everything.
Ooh, okay.
It won't be the worst indignation I've suffered. Get on with it, then.
Hey, you there! Cut it out!
Okay.
Fantastic! You there! Take a seat. Prepare to laugh your head off, cry your eyes out, and teeter on the edge of your seat with an original tale from Stefan, the talking severed head. Bravo! What a generous spectator! Find a seat in the front, eh? My word! Huh? Yes, I know of that talentless bull. He was here entertaining the troops before I was brought in. I'm sure the hack simply bored his audience to tears until they cried for a replacement. Enter Reginald the Illusionist. We need our boys in red happy, relaxed, and ready to fight. Not wasting their energies cringing at a fool with a depressed rabbit in a borrowed hat. I think you've gotten quite familiar enough by now, thanks. Keep your paws in your pockets.
That's so good that he fucking knows.
My word!
Take my leave. Right, can I can't sneak, can I? How do...
Today, I think, a king, the great Sigurd and his rainbow of war machines. It is said, and this
Sneaking
I have heard
failed.
from a ghost who knew Elba, who knew Elliot, who is said to have known Sigurd himself, that the king had a great thirst for colour. So ardently did he crave creamy blues and gory reds that he ordered a contest across his realm.
I wonder then if I can move all this stuff out of the way. That looks a bit... Ah, it's water barrel.
Fantastic! That's enough of that now!
Ooh. How do I just... I don't want to fight these guys.
I think a king, the great Sigurd and his rainbow of war machines. It is said, and this I have heard from a ghost who knew Elba, who knew Elliot, who is said to have known Sigurd
there's no way of just going... Look, sorry about that.
The king had a great thirst for colour. So ardently did he crave creamy blues and gory reds that he ordered a contest across his realm.
It's too close. Alright, let's get out of it.
It is said, and this I have heard from a ghost who knew Elba,
And she can't flee.
who is said to have known Sigurd himself, that
Hey.
the king had a great thirst for colour. So ardently did he crave creamy blues and gory reds across his realm.
What the hell is going on? Oh no, have I got the entire town after me?
It is said, and this I have heard from a ghost who knew Elba, who knew Elliot, who is said
What?
to have known Sigurd himself.
For destroying a water barrel? Are you shitting me?
So ardently did he crave creamy blues and gory reds that he ordered a contest across his realm. Today, I think, a king, the great Sigurd and his rainbow of war.
Fucking hell, it is, isn't it? It's everybody. Well, that's that over then.
I feel better already.
Please assist me, friends!
Fucking hell. Is that it now? Or if I go back, are they gonna still fucking attack me?
wearing their mouldy boots. Not in the mood for cheese.
Okay, well, the marketplace seemed okay. Let's just quickly dip into here. See what happens. Right. And can I send that? Get that! Yes, I can. Fucking hell! I've got these resurrect scrolls. Just use about 50 of them. Right. Fill you up.
Ascension time.
Next one. You. And we'll wait for the health to come back. And I will heal you, my friend. Oh no, really? Seriously? So that's it. I can't go to this bit anymore. Which is bull because she can't flee either. Oh, she can flee, I just haven't put it in the fucking thing, have I? Christ. So... Alright, I'm gonna have to read into this then. Okay. Social interaction. Combat. I'm gonna have to Google this one, I think. Right, Okay, so some people are saying that you should wait a little while and there's like a hostility level. So where do I find that then? No, it won't be in the log. It's been there. Character. Reputation -2. Is that what it's going to be?
Oh, that is my pepper. Did it sprout legs and run away? Ah, yeah.
Must be.
To leave the city is to venture into danger. Be careful, Source Hunter.
And looks like he's got an armor piece that's broken as well by this portrait picture. So that something is broken. Or is about to break. Okay, the short sword. That was what was broken. Action. Can't repair it, but get something else. Training sword for now.
Not in the mood for cheese. That excuse is more holes than a slice of this fine.
Hanging around again, are you? Waiting for what?
Ah, you return and humble me with your presence. Mendius, at your... They call the...
Nice to say it, I've got my eye on you, Baron.
I am a...
I'll tell you, it sure does me good to set eyes on another of our Hunter's greetings. So, have you changed your mind about venturing forth, shield to shield against the Sauce Menace? You wouldn't. I trained up in Academy North, after all. We don't cross paths with you Westies all that often, but it's always a pleasure when we do. Medora's the name. Retired, or so the Order keeps trying to tell me, but never out of commission. My hand to your cause and my sword at your side. Heavens hornets! That's quite a story, comrade. And come to think of it, one that might concern you. See, I'm here on, well, let's call it a loan from a town to the north of here. Hunter's Edge by name. There's been an attack there, comrade. Orcs. Not your run-of-the-mill savages either. The ones who've taken dark magic to new heights. What they want in Hunter's Edge, I can't say. But it's my responsibility to send them packing. Preferably with their horns in their suitcases and a knee-knocking fear of ever crossing paths with a sauce hunter again. I came south seeking the Legion's help, only to find it tied here in Sicil. They don't have a spare soldier to send northward, and even in my finest form, I can't clear the place of that many orcs without backup. Well, comrade, I hadn't thought of it till you tapped my shoulder just now, but perhaps that's where you come in. I need a contingent I can trust if I'm to take back the town. And the way I see it, you could use reinforcements here in town. I've been scouting Sicil for some time now, and I believe I've sussed out sufficient intel to help solve the murder of the Counselor. With our minds and swords in tandem, we'll make short work of the perpetrator.
Okay. So...
Well, you know the old expression. 2's a tea party, 3's an invasion. I know this place like the back of my hand by now. and the orcs up north will be short work for a trained-up trio of source hunters.
Getting ourselves caught up in an entangling alliance will hinder more than help us.
You fucking kidding me?
By the demon's tomb, I never thought I'd live to see a source hunter dismiss an eager comrade. That's what they teach you about loyalty at Academy West, is it? Well, you're lucky we Northies have a certain expression. Better to do right the second time than never at all. So if you change your mind about joining forces, I'll be happy to hear it, comrade.
Can I not force the issue?
I'll tell you, it sure does me good to set Hunter's greetings. So, have you changed your mind about venturing forth, shield to shield? Well, comrade, I hadn't thought I need a I've been scouting Sicil for some time now, and I believe I've sussed out sufficient intel. Well, you know the old expression.
What?
Another source hunter on the team will make us all the more formidable against this war.
That's the spirit. Listen closely now. Do you hear it? That's the sound of every orc.
Oh, she has joined now then.
100-mile
Okay.
radius, shaking in his wee boots.
So what do you know then?
Comrade? I think I sense a sorcerer in yonder shadows. Ask away, my friend, ask away. Always more than I'd hoped, comrade. I don't know what in tarnation's gotten into the townsfolk here, but there's enough dark magic running roughshod to topple a small mountain. There's Mayor Cecil's doings for one, and the mysteries of our master Thalron for another. And on top of it all, the feline menace is lurking at every hearth and shadow. Now, don't get me wrong, I think the mayor's a decent sort, even if he can't hear farther than the tip of his nose. But from what I've heard whispered around the docks, the old guy's gotten himself mixed up in something not quite on this side of the law. I suspect an illegal source artifact or substance is the root of it, but exactly what or who's given it to him, I can't say. And since I haven't technically been assigned to Sicil, I don't have the authority to interrogate him. Fella seems like a humble doctor, but I'll bet my sword he's dealing in something darker than splints and tonics. A loose-lipped legionnaire let slip that she'd seen our good doctor scale the city wall on 2 separate occasions, well past midnight each time. What business could he have among the undead? Hardly the habit of an innocent healer, I'd say. You mean you don't already know, comrade? Their kind can see in the dark. It ain't natural. It's no coincidence the Order retired me, or tried to anyhow, to such an aptly named little town. Way back when, the settlement was chartered as a stronghold for source hunters to keep watch over the borders of the Phantom Forest. Don't let the name fool you, though. These days, the forest is little more than a smattering of trees and ruins. A perfect posting for an old bull and her dotage like yours truly. In the days of old, though, the forest played host to source devils of every make and kind. Hunter's Edge was a settlement of source hunters tasked with watching over the border of the forest and putting down anything smacking a source that might creep out of it. By now, it's been centuries since anything more dangerous than a badger has come out of those woods. By and by, the source hunters moved out and regular folks set up shop. But the town's charter requires that at least one of our kind remain to keep the watch.
Right.
Watch out! I smell... Oh, the fierce stench of frightened source
Not in the
goblin.
mood for cheese.
Actually, I think that's only roast pig.
Excuses more
Ah,
holes than the slice of
yes,
this
yes, of course. This time.
Quiet day on the market, it seems.
She'll realize soon enough that her little party tricks hardly make her worthy of such grave responsibilities. To what do I owe the repeated pleasure, Source Hunter? Certainly. What would you like to know? I've applied myself to that. I declare it an act of the Almighty's, if I believed in such things. Me? Why, I'm more than a little surprised you haven't heard of me. Perhaps I can jog your memory. It was I who cured the Duchess of... Not to mention that it's been my guidance that has permitted my apprentice... Well, she certainly possesses a critical eye and an exacting manner when it comes to making difficult medical decisions. I expect she'll be a very successful healer in her own right when the time comes. She is learning from the best, after all.
So... Nothing there on the interrogate.
Terribly sorry, Source Hunter, but I seem to be fresh out of priceless relics for you to destroy. That strange reaction you caused. Blue lightning from a healing stone. I've never seen anything like...
Okay. You're not saying anything different. Let's try the mirror then. Town hall.
Rawr! That is, how can I help you, my friend?
Spice and stir and churn!
What? Oh, it's you. Come closer then. Closer? My ears aren't what they used to be. Nor my eyes, for that matter. Yes, hello, Source Hunter. That depends. What kind of berries are you interested? Ah, the library. Yes, yes, you must have a visit. It's the gem of Sicil. Would you like to have a look? I'll escort you upstairs myself. Marvelous. Follow me then. What? Oh, yes. This library is the jewel in Sicil's crown, the beacon of culture and learning in our fair city. My Victoria has every volume you could possibly imagine, and she's got every speck of information about this place packed into her brilliant brain. Yes, Victoria's come a long way from that little bundle of claws and teeth I adopted so long ago. Ah, it brings a tear to my eye just seeing her here among her beloved books. What? Oh, yes, yes. I'll be on my way back downstairs now. Please introduce yourself. I know Victoria will be happy to make your acquaintance.
Okay.
In the name of Amun-Hor, I bid thee Tujta Geta Hal. Be welcome, human. My library is yours, as I hope your friendship is mine. I am Victoria, daughter of Mayor Cecil. Oh, I know what you're thinking. The likeness isn't exactly striking, is it? When I was very young, you see, I must have been cast out by my tribe, for I was found in a wicker basket floating past Sicil toward the sea. The fisherman who found me would have drowned me on the spot, for I am an orc after all. But praise be Amun-Hor, dear Cecil was among the gathered crowd, and he took pity on the exiled infant that chance had put in his way. He raised me like I was his own. This kindest of souls taught me the language of men, their customs and their letters. Thus, I became the city's librarian, a position I uphold with no small diligence and pride. Indeed you may. The wisdom I here hoard is yours to peruse and even take with you. All I can ask is that you return the books you borrow so that others may enjoy them too.
First edition 2.
Volume 1.
Most promising.
Volume 2. But where has the third one gone? Shatsu. Sometimes I think these books sprout little legs in the night.
The Lesser Key of Sadakandras. What nonsense. The Encyclopedia Demonium. I know it by heart.
We'll have none of that, you hear? Volume
The
1,
Lesser Key of Sadakandras.
Where has the third one gone?
Is there no new book to be
Sometimes I
discovered
think
in
these
this
books
library?
sprout little legs in the night.
Fortune!
Who placed this book here? A volume
Lesser
of
Key
poetry
of
among novels?
Sadakandras.
Urrak!
What nonsense.
Mayhem.
The Encyclopedia Daemonium. I know
A
it
source hunter! Oh, what a sight for sore Sicilian eyes!
Still not getting anywhere with
Me?
this fucking murder.
I live alone here in town. Used to be that my younger brother Tom and I were practically joined at the hip, but that's all changed now. Oh, he's always been something of a rascal, calling his petty hooliganism adventuring and endlessly worrying my poor mind. Oh, but of course, I've always loved that scamp to bits. For my part, I encouraged him to join the Legion. Even got him sparring with Captain Aureus now and then. But then those blasted Fabulous Five came into town. That band of... I don't even know what to call them. Well, they're his heroes, and I simply couldn't prevent him from going to see them. That one meeting was all it took for Tom to run off with them on some mission to God knows where. The knight in see-through armor.
What nonsense.
Princess Buttercup.
Omnis autem... What? What is this? Who are you to interrupt? Oh, but perhaps I spoke too soon. No.
Spoke to this dude, didn't
A
I?
source hunter. That is what...
Yeah.
Demonology for dumbbells. Ugh. I need something more advanced. The Pseudomonarchia Daemonum. And the first
Place this
edition
book
too.
here.
Most
Volume of
promising.
poetry among novels. Urrak! What mayhem.
The Lesser Key of Sadakandras. What nonsense. The Encyclopedia Daemonium. I know it by heart.
Volume 1, Volume 2. But where's the third one gone? Shatsu. Sometimes I think these books sprout little legs in the night.
No, this isn't the grimoire I'm looking for. The Encyclopedia Daemonium. I know it by heart.
Hello again, adventurer. I hope you wiped those muddy boots on your way in. Oh, he's always been something of a rascal. For my part, that band of...
What? Oh, hello again. Please tell me how I can help you during your investigations. I know your plate is full enough to fill you for days. My elf? What elf? Oh, myself. I am Cecil, Mayor of Sicile, and husband of the stately Cecilia. I've been the mayor here for decades, and I'm quite eager to see Sicile through these difficult times. Yes, very difficult times indeed.
Do I do... Sneak? Pinch?
Meow.
can't pickpocket you. No, not skilled enough. Feeling that he's hiding something.
Warm, brew and spice 'em, stir and churn.
Potent heat.
Warm as dragon's breath.
Ready to advance, ready to defend. What can I do for you, comrade?
Oh, fan.
Okay, bitch.
If only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see how edgy and dangerous you've become.
Who the fuck said that?
Fastened tighter than the treasury.
The fuck is that? Right, can't get in there then. The game just feels like dead ends, dead ends, dead ends. A big lot. I don't think I'm gonna have the lockpicking skill. That pickpocket.
So tell me, Septimus, would your wife or sweetheart be compensated by the Legion should tragedy befall you on the battlefield?
I suppose so. But seeing that I'm neither married, engaged, or attached in any way, I've never bothered to inquire.
Polite, handsome, and single. Don't go anywhere tonight, Legionnaire. I'd be afraid alone in the dark. The hunter returns! I hope you are here to shop rather than sleuth. So, what piece of irrefutable evidence are you about? Starstone? Do you mean to imply he collected something dangerous? Something that may have... I am Esmeralda. Well, what do you want to know? I'm telling you, a necromancer must have been at work in Sicil. Perhaps still is. How else do you explain risen dead sprouting like mushrooms in a single night? And that's not even the worst of it. No, the worst is they keep coming back. An endless legion of the dead that even the legion of the living cannot subdue.
Okay.
Sicil. Now that's a sad story. Roofs of elegant homes burned for fuel. Oaken cupboards emptied. And ladies dragging the dregs of their great skirts to bargain for fish bones.
Can't pickpocket her. Alright.
The hunter returns! I hope you are here to shop rather than sleuth.
Not much in the way of pickpocket in lockpicks. And again, I did have lockpicks, so... You've got a lockpick, but what? Your lockpicking skill is going to be rubbish, isn't it? So none of us have a skill in lockpicking. Yay! And if I attack that, people are going to hear and they're going to attack me.
I'm warm as fresh apple pie.
I'm overheating here.
Feeling hot under the collar.
No, I could do with a cold drink.
Good look out there, Hunter. Evil lurks beyond Sicil's rampart.
Salutations. You don't look like you're quite ready to head out into the undead-infested wild. Thank you for heeding.
God's sake. What the fuck, man? What else is there?
So many dead civilians. It's an honor to visit the fallen.
But theirs is not a sad fate, I think. To join the grass, to become food for the trees and flowers. What could be more peaceful?
Here lies Judith, warrior princess. Here lies Neil, killed in the line of duty. I want to go home. Here lies Gregory, whose wife told him so.
Oh god. Gonna be an enemy, isn't there? No. Okay.
Dear me. How the coast reminds me of my long-fled youth. I sailed the seas. I walked the worlds. Oh, how nice it is of you. The very... Pray, let me be...
No, because you want me to go kill you. And I'm not prepared to do it, mate.
Potent heat.
Beyond these walls, the dead roam free, Hunter. Be vigilant.
What the fuck is all this? Oh, so finicky, come on. Half-eaten zombie. What is that? Swordsman. Alright. I need heals.
Seven crush you like an ant!
So, why didn't that knock him down then?
target dances in shadows.
My target dances in shadows.
Ah, Christ. This is not good. Typical.
How could that happen? Without aid, I will expire soon.
Oh, come on.
I'm dying!
Meet your demise! You were right there.
Okay, so I am going to have to get you back up again.
Into the fray once more.
And resurrect spell.
What venom churns within me? As good as a new penny. Into the fray once more.
Okay. Definitely don't feel ready. I mean, I won that, but... Well, the skin of my teeth, really. And I still need to go and res... this dude.
Your return marks a victory, Hunter. We'll vanquish our foes yet.
Looks like the mortician has reason to
There we go.
suspect Mayor Cecil, Captain Aureus, Evelyn and Esmeralda of something.
That's all I had to do. Where you gone, matey? Wanna buy... Roll off if you can.
So, what's the bad news? More orcs rampaging through the docks? Or have those sad story, that. I just concern myself with giving the... How do you... Ah, the ledger, is it? Fool was I to leave it in the open. Or perhaps I even looked forward to being found out. Well, as you know, I have my suspects in the matter.
Oh.
What would you like to know?
Okay.
Plenty of us shopkeepers entrust the mayor with the spare keys to our businesses, you know. And he's the only person in town with a second copy of the key to the mortuary. He could have used it to sidle in without a peep, if he were so inclined. Aureus himself paid me a visit the night the body was delivered. Came rapping at my door in the frosty morning, before the sun had even started peeping, and told me to tell him, and only him, if I noticed anything strange or suspicious about the remains. Can't see why he'd bothered to go through all that trouble, unless he knew something the rest of us don't. I know it sounds strange suspecting the doctor's apprentice of something so ghoulish as this, but there's few in this city could manage to transport a corpse without raising eyebrows. It was she who delivered Jake's body from the inn to the mortuary, and there was something about her that night, some kind of excitement. Seemed she could barely contain her thoughts, that there was something thrilling about to happen. I can't quite settle it in my mind how a young medical professional would have such a strange reaction to an occasion such as that. And this may or may not have anything to do with the whole rigmarole. But her master, Dr. Theleron, bought an old shack of mine, one overtaken by undead, for an exorbitant price considering what he was getting. I never did figure what he wanted it for, but he sure seemed eager. I never saw a widow less distraught at the death of her husband, and I've seen hundreds pass through my parlor. It was she who rang my bell just before the body was snatched, lured me outside claiming she needed air, before discussing the funeral arrangements. Some accomplice could have sneaked in and grabbed the remains while I was comforting the oh-so-overcome Esmeralda. That gold's the only good thing to come out of this blasted affair, and I certainly plan on making some use of it.
You bastard. RNG, man.
That old bag's as fat as a heifer. She won't miss that sheep for...
Alright, fine.
The death man is nervous as a squirrel. I'm certain he's hiding something.
She said it, not me.
I still need a resurrect scroll.
Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
Fresh haddock. Perfect for a fry-up.
Quiet day on the market, it seems.
To what do I owe the repeated pleasure, Source Hunter?
And a set of silver arrows.
Well, hello there.
Good luck out there, Hunter. Evil lurks beyond
You get this dude up.
My kingdom for a
It's good time. And then I always better quiz the mayor.
Ugh, I'm dripping.
Back on my feet.
Things got pretty...
Bless the seven, I am restored.
And I, in turn, am sorry you feel that way, for I appreciated your support very much.
Yeah, let's do the mayor. So I suspect he's not going to say anything different, is he?
What? Oh, hello again. Please tell me how I can help you during your investigations. I know your plate is full enough to... Jake? Murdered, you say? Oh, yes. Yes, of course. Now I remember. Well, I'm sure the facts will prove me innocent. Keep investigating. You'll see for yourselves in time. Maxine? What in heaven's name are you... Oh, you mean the mongrel that's always skulking about the place. I spent months trying to teach that worthless hound how to fetch, and it sat through every lesson looking at me as if I were an idiot. Man's best friend, my eye. I've always been more fond of cats myself.
Mm-hmm.
Lay the big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
Speak to what's the face? Where are you?
Hello again. Terribly, is that so? Well, I handled the corpse myself, indeed, but I hardly knew the man in life. I was shocked when Ahu asked me to come to the crime scene, but Theliron had taken ill, and the responsibility fell to me. I arrived at the inn, where the body lay just where it had fallen. The injuries were like nothing I'd ever seen. A single intricate laceration wove like lace around every inch of his skin. Neither a beginning nor an ending point were discernible. I examined the corpse and recorded what information I could. I personally delivered the corpse the short distance to the mortician's house. As far as I know, everything was, as far as a magical murder is concerned, quite normal. I've been studying under... I've a passion for the...
Right, so that's 2.
Soothing
Now it's the captain. Okay. Oh no, also got who's also a suspect anyway.
The hunter returns! I hope you are here to shop rather than sleuth. So, what piece of irrefutable evidence are you about to present?
Okay, so I take it because she's already a suspect, I don't have to let her know that she's already a suspect, that she's a suspect. Which makes sense.
Sorry, sir. That's it, troops. Train up while you can. The next could land at any moment.
You, again. Do feel free to depart from Sicil at your earliest convenience. Yes? Discovered anything? Whom would you have the Legion arrest? If you must.
Okay, so I can only suggest...
can I help you, my friend? By all means. Of course. I hope your investigation fares well. It might be a bit late to inspect the body, in that it has already been buried.
Done that,
It may be
though,
worth
done
your
that.
while to... I can but piece, they say. I say, it took a while. How and why he came to... I myself have not. Now, it may well be established that she is, in fact, the guilty party. I'm not claiming that I'm certain she's innocent, but let's... If only the popular girls from the Source Academy could see how edgy and dangerous you've become.
Who the fuck is that talking to me?
Another perfect heist. You sneak with the subtlety of a tried and true cat burglar. Hold your horses! I was complimenting you. To remain undetected and strike without being perceived requires great skill, which you clearly have in abundance.
think you're doing? Oh, what? I'm Captain Aureus, if you must know. Whom would you have the Legion arrest? Whom would you have the Legion arrest?
What? The man's guilty as sin. He has to be made to pay for his crime. If you want to take the side of criminals, perhaps you ought to rot in jail alongside them.
Oh, for God's sake, it's bullshit, man.
No, we'll do as I say.
Why bring up the subject of arresting someone if you don't dare go through with it? Damn waste of time, you! What about it? Well, have you found any incriminating evidence against her? If so, let's... if you must.
Okay. We hear from him. No.
About face! Shoulder barracks! Notch! Recruit! That was sloppier than Sicilian stew! Again!
May the Seven bless you, most gent. May the soul of a star... Thank you, kind one. Oh, I am a happy man, and certainly a humble one now. It turns out losing it all has its own share of benefits. Ah, a fool once was I, and ever seeking greater satisfaction than that which I already enjoyed. In my folly, I sought the counsel of those notorious Watcher statues on the western cliffs. Their guidance ruined any small fortune I might have had, but certainly granted me humility. I'd heard they were not to be trusted, that they gave fools' advice to the fools who sought them, but somehow I believed that I was the exception. They told me that I would find fame and renown if I renounced my worldly possessions, all my worldly possessions, and became a great figure of piety and humility. Fire, the most thorough cleanser, was my method. But as my house burned in front of me, I felt no elevation, no piety, only the sudden weight of my own idiocy upon my very soul. Have some pity.
I am on the trail, Source Hunter.
So, those statues told him he'd have to renounce his earthly possessions to become a spiritual leader, did they? Right. I'm not going to throw my things on a pyre in the hope that the stench of my burning trousers will please an ill-defined spirit.
Can you spare a coin?
Careful, comrades. I've seen sorcerers and healers even lonely foul, dark and gems.
Nonsense, venerable one. Those are only chickens. And plump, juicy ones at that.
Today, I think, at King, the great Sigurd and his rainbow of war machines. It is said, and this I have heard from a ghost who knew Elliot, who is said to have known Sigurd himself, that the king had a great thirst for colour. So ardently did he crave creamy blues and glory red.
Annoying.
Today, I think, at King, the great Sigurd and his rainbow of war machines. It is said, and this I have heard from a ghost who knew Elliot, who is said to have known Sigurd himself, that the king had a great thirst for colour. Today, I think, at King, the great Sigurd and his rainbow of war machines. It is said, and this I have heard from a ghost who knew Elliot, so ardently did he crave creamy blues and gory reds that he ordered a contest across his realm. Today, I think, at King, the great Sigurd and his rainbow of war machines. It is said, and this I have heard from a ghost who knew Elliot, who is said to have known Sigurd himself, that the king had a great thirst for colour. So ardently did he crave creamy blues and gory reds that he ordered a contest across his realm. Today, I think, at
Can't even move. Like one space. What the fuck?
rainbow of war machines. It is said, and this I have heard from a ghost who knew
Okay.
Elliot, who is said to have known Sigurd himself.
Okay. Well, that's that. Screwed.
Isn't so bad on a quiet day like this, is it?
She must have a journal or something. That healer.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
That tone, soothing a corpse's troubled mind. Can't have gotten far. It's here somewhere. I wouldn't want to ruin this particular batch of party elixir with too much wormwood.
Striking it rich!
Ah, that's how I can heal. Sweet.
Sweet relief.
Into the fray once more.
She realized soon enough that her little party tricks hardly make her worthy of such grave responsibilities.
Yeah.
She realized soon enough that her little party tricks hardly make her worthy of such grave responsibilities.
That doesn't belong to us, you know. Other people's possessions don't count as resources we can seize at our own discretion.
I don't want to ruin this particular batch of party elixir. Too much wormwood. Soothing a corpse's troubled mind. Can't have gotten far.
Okay, so we gotta dig that up then. Bit odd.
Shut tight!
Okay, let's level up.
get in return. One way or another, they always try to fleece me. Especially that Evelyn. She's out to get me. I know it. Meh.
Moo! Don't disturb Master Theliron now. He's been so busy with his research, the poor dear hasn't had a proper night's sleep in months.
Bah! If you think black sheep are weird, try weird sheep.
Reginald. Who's Reginald again? Reginald Turkey. Ooh, okay. Nothing. There's fucking nothing here. Knew that was a thing.
Ooh. One man's trash is another man's trash.
Reginald's the dude with the talking skull, isn't he? Right. You aren't going to be able to do anything about it. Want to get in your house, really? Level 4. That's quite high.
Let us see if you can choose the finest green. I'm straight.
Now, that tone,
enough of that now.
Shit. Shit. Okay. I think I've just screwed this. Yeah. I'm going to load the game. Oh no, that's miles back. Yeah. Okay, so the last autosave was when I was coming back into the city gates by the looks of it from my first foray outside. Or it could be my first foray outside. If it is, I'm going to head back immediately.
Ugh, I'm dripping.
Yeah, it is. Alright. Well, there's no need for us to go there.
It's heating up.
Right, let's get... What's his name's journal. Speak to him about it.
Looks like the mortician is rather suspicious about Jake.
What could Mayor Cecil, Captain Aureus, or Evelyn have to do with it?
Ho-hum! Treasure!
Mate, just talk to me.
Ready to advance, ready to defend. What can I do?
Everything we do seems to fortify your abilities. There's no experience to be won from pestering me with vapid flattery.
Alright. Twat.
Into the fray once more.
So, what's the bad news? Sad story. I just concern myself with how do you... Ah, the ledger, is it? Fool was I to leave it in the open. He could have used it to sidle in Aureus himself. Can't see why he'd... I know it sounds It was she who delivered Jet. Seemed she could barely... And this may or may... I never saw a widow less... It was she who rang my bell just before the body was snatched. Lured me outside, claiming she needed air, before discussing the funeral arrangements. Some accomplice could have sneaked in and grabbed the remains while I was comforting the... That gold's the only good thing to come out of this blasted affair. And I certainly plan on making some use of it.
Yeah, win this one.
Well, with all the troubles plaguing Sicil, I suppose us natives ought to put our finest feet forward. Here, take the gold, and give it to someone who actually deserves it.
The death man is nervous as a squirrel. I'm certain he's hiding something.
Hey, stop that!
What? What the hell did I do?
We'll have none of that, you hear?
An ice-cold mistress.
What the hell happened? Right, that was some kind of bug. Play. What the fuck? What the fuck? Bugged. For fuck's sake! Why? No, it's not bugged. I was just doing the wrong thing. Fucking. So confusing. I confused myself, really. Heal. Play. And play. Is this a thing? Does he... He doesn't mind her, that... Weird. Okay. This time let's have the fucker arrested. Arrested, brutally tortured, and executed forthwith.
Toasty!
Toasty! No. Wrong way. Man, 1:30. I need to have something to eat soon.
That's it, troops. Train up while you can. The next order will land at any moment.
Oh, what now? Whom would you have the Legion arrest?
Absolutely. Without his complicity, the body snatcher would have been caught immediately.
Shame to arrest a man who buried so many legionnaires with military honors, but so be it. I'll send out a chap to apprehend him forthwith.
Quiet! No talking to these scoundrels.
Alright. Hi, mate.
Source hunter or no, not a single non-legionnaire is permitted into the treasure room. Pockets have a pesky habit of growing extra deep in such places.
Right, so...
Ah, the sword. Oh, still not finished with that sword. Have you found any incriminating...
Source Hunter, welcome. Welcome, by all means. Of course. I hope your investigation... It might be a bit late to inspect the body, in that it has already been buried.
You know what, I'm not going to bother saving. I'm actually just going to revert back to the original save from
He has a house by the graveyard.
earlier on today. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I've made my mistakes today. I should stick with them. I kind of feel like I'm gimping the story though, so... Like, what on earth can I do now? Ah, okay, cool. How do I change one? Like when I'm in the inventories, I know where to quickly switch between different people. Glass. Oh, I think my dog needs to go to the toilet. Ugh. I'll take this opportunity to go and make something quick to eat and have a drink. So I shall see you on the flip side. I'm going to stop the stream and I shall start it again in probably around about half an hour to an hour. So, peace out everyone, and I'll see you soon.